This past weekend, more sad news rolled out of Happy Valley involving Joe Peterno. The 85-year-old college football icon passed away from lung cancer.
On January 13th, Peterno was hospitalized with what was called minor complications from his cancer treatment. His condition worsened and he passed away Sunday morning.
The coach that led the Nittany Lions for 46 years accomplished so much during his career, including 2 national championships, and holds the most wins for any college football coach at 409. Approximately 250 of his players made it to the NFL. He was also known for valuing education in the classroom for all his players.
But the sainted figure for Penn State for almost half a century was scarred forever by the Jerry Sandusky child sex abuse scandal that led to Peterno's dismissal before the end of the season. His death came just 65 days after he was diagnosed with cancer. His cancer diagnosis came just days after his firing. OSP reached out to local coaches and athletic staff who shared thoughts about Joe Peterno's death and his tarnished career.
His legacy will live on forever, and it was just kind of unfortunate how he had to leave the football coaching ranks in the situation that happened. Again, you know, Joe was a great coach, and for Penn State, I think he did a lot for that program, and over 40-some years that he was there, yeah, he'll surely be missed.
I think the loss came a long time ago, and I think not just football, but the coaching profession and everything that goes along with that lost a great man. And you know, he is quoted as saying, you know, he wished he would have done more with everything that happened and things like that. But I think what Joe Pa did for players and for the people in the community and the people at the university and the guys that coach for him goes way beyond that.
Well, I can only speak of just how I kind of have some personal feelings. I'm a parent, and you know, our #1 responsibility as teachers and coaches is to protect kids and to make sure they're safe and give a good climate to play in and participate in. And it's disturbing when you hear the stories coming out of Penn State as far as, you know, what Joe Pa knew, and you know, we don't know the details, and you know, we're supposed to say innocent until proven guilty. So I hope and wish, for a lot of people's sake, that justice is served.
For somebody that had been the head football coach at Penn State for 46 years, and if you just listen to the testimony of his former players, I think it really tells us that he did a lot more for the game than just being a football coach. He did a lot for character. He did a lot for not only the institution of Penn State, but for all those kids that went through his program for all those years. It's unfortunate that they let him go in the middle of the season, in my opinion. For somebody that had done as much as he had for not just the football program, but for the institution overall, I think it was unfortunate that he couldn't have at least finished out the season and ended it with a little more dignity.
Be sure to catch replays of OSP Fridays at 10 p.m., Saturdays at 7 a.m., 10 a.m., and 10 p.m., as well as on Sundays at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 10 p.m. right here on MCG Channel 7. And if you're consistently on the net, watch us online at www.critv.org.
That's it for this week's show. I'm Jason Van Zutton.
And I'm Jason Madison.
We'll be back next Friday at 5 p.m. with a fresh episode of OSP.